Hello everyone and welcome to the Influencer Barbie channel. We have Miss Barbie Roberts and I am Barbie's assistant. My name is Beverly and I am an adult Barbie enthusiast. Welcome to our Barbieverse. We create content for people who love all things Barbie as much as we do. Now, when the Zuru MiniBrands home series first came out, I was a bit hesitant to get this because even though some of the items that you can get in this collection are really neat, a lot of them are not 1/6 scale. Barbie is 1/6 scale, and what that means is that 1 foot in the human world is equal to 2 inches in the Barbie world. From what I've seen, a lot of the items in the home collection are more geared to 1/12 scale, which is 1 foot in the human world is equal to 1 inch in the doll world. And some of them might be even smaller, might be more 1/24 scale. But I did see that Walmart has put the home series on clearance recently, so I thought, well, now is a good time to pick up some of the capsules from the MiniBrands home series and take a look at them and see if there's anything that we get today that we could possibly use in our Barbie house. So I have a few capsules that I picked up at my local Walmart, so we'll go ahead and open those today, and I'm using a tool here. If you do use sharp objects, be sure to always have adult supervision. So here's our first capsule. And if anyone has any ideas on how we could possibly use the capsules that we get in Zuru MiniBrands for other things, let us know in the comments below. It'd be nice to be able to use these in some sort of craft. Okay, so our first thing today is a basket. It is a bit on the small side for Barbie, but I think maybe we could use this as a planter or some sort of decorative item in the Barbie house. So, let's see our next thing here. And this is a very small pan of muffins, and they are painted on top, and they do have a little bit of a 3D element here. So we could use these as a pan of mini muffins that Barbie and her friends or family are making. Okay, and like I was saying, this is an example of some of the items that are definitely not 1/6 scale. It's actually a really nice looking little chair here. And so we do have Chelsea waiting over here to be our model to see if any of these could possibly be used in the playroom. And this chair is even really small for Chelsea to use. We also have one of the dolls from, I think this was a Skipper babysitter playset, and so she might be able to use this. It's even a bit small for her. Maybe we can figure out a way to use it as some sort of decorative item in Barbie's room. Okay, and next we have a small scale. When I saw these, I thought, oh wow, those look really nice, but they are a bit on the small side. I think that's more of a 1/12 scale item, but we could still use it maybe in Barbie's office. She's getting ready to mail some things, or possibly in the kitchen, weighing out ingredients. And here's another item that looks really nice but is actually very small. So we've got a really cute little pan here. And I think we could take it out of its little packaging and use that in the Barbie kitchen. Again, it's really small, but we can use it as a saucepan. And here's our collector's guide. So we'll set that aside and take a look at it at the end to see what we got, what we would still like to possibly look for. Okay, another collector's guide. Oh, and this is a small lamp that we need to put together. We do have instructions. So, there we go. Here's our completed lamp. And it'll look cute on Barbie's desk. Okay, and then we have a tiny food storage container. Lid doesn't want to necessarily stay on. We might need to use a little bit of clear glue or poster putty to keep the lid on, but that will look cute in Barbie's refrigerator. And then we have a copy of Real Simple and a copy of Better Homes and Gardens magazine. And they're just pieces of plastic with a sticker on it. So kind of lame as far as things to get in these capsules. Okay, and we have another food storage container. These are by Cisterna. It has really nice labels, and looks like there's even some small pieces on the inside. Let's see if we can open that up. Okay, that's all one molded piece of plastic there, but that's really nice there to have it look like, you know, there's another little container that then you can put whatever for your lunch in that box. And it's a little bit small for a lunchbox for Barbie, but again, it will look cute in Barbie's refrigerator. And I think we got another chair here. Yes, we have another chair. Like I said, this is actually a really nice looking chair, but I don't think that we needed two, especially when they are not really a good size for Barbie or even for Chelsea or the babysitter's dolls. Okay, capsule number 3. Let's cross our fingers. Oh, and this is one that I was actually hoping that we might get. It's a Black & Decker iron. It comes in this really nice little box. There's even a barcode. Here we go. That is really nice looking. It's a little small in scale for Barbie, but I think it'll still work in the Barbie house. That'll look really nice in the Barbie laundry room. So I was hoping that we might get that one. And here we have a lava lamp. We can put that on Barbie's desk next to the lamp. That'll look really cute. And okay, so this is a little stool that we put together. When all else fails, read the instructions. So I think we want to put this piece on top and then okay, so very obviously not Barbie scale. If we had a maybe 1/24th scale doll to work for the chairs, and that little stool would probably work for it. So, but maybe we can use this to put plants or other decorations on. We can put our little basket on it for display for now. Okay, our last two for this capsule. And here is another piece of furniture. This is a little console table. Okay, so we put these in here. here we go. So again, this is obviously way too small for Barbie, but I think maybe we could use it as some sort of display. Maybe we can put it on Barbie's desk with her lava lamp and little lamp there. Let's move this last capsule out of the way. And one last bag for this capsule. Okay, and this is another one that I was really hoping for. This is a food processor. And from the box it looks like it's going to be a little small as well. But when I saw these, they have really nice detail. I mean, look at that. It is in its own little sleeves here, like the styrofoam that you would get an actual appliance in. Okay, so here we go. And we have a little instruction manual like you would get for a real appliance. And just look at that packaging, that is so nice. Here we go. Okay, so and that even comes apart too. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the instructions. Okay, so we clip this lid in here. I'm so afraid. I don't want to break this. There we go. Okay, and then we have the slicing part goes in here. And then this closes, and that goes on top. Here we go. That is really nice. And I am really impressed by the box and the packaging in this one. That is really nice. And it might be a little bit small for Barbie, but that's going to look really nice in the Barbie kitchen. Okay, last capsule. Fingers crossed. Okay. And we have a pot here. And again, that one's a bit small for Barbie. But, you know, the Roberts family, they do a lot of cooking, and so they need pots and pans of different sizes to cook different things. That's really nicely made, too. Oh, and we got another basket. So we'll have to figure out what to do with those. Oh, and here is another food storage container. The lid isn't staying on very well, but that's going to look really nice in Barbie's kitchen as well. And then I believe this is the incense infuser. And scale-wise, that would actually work pretty well for Barbie. And I think this is our last bag here in total, so fingers crossed on this one. And we have a tiny little air fryer. Okay. And here are our instructions. So I think we just put our French fries into the drawer of the air fryer and slide that in here. Here we go. Alright, again, a little bit small for Barbie scale, but I think that'll work in the Barbie kitchen. And let's take a look at the collector's guide and mark off which ones we got here today. Okay, so here is our collector's guide, and it's kind of done to look a little bit like a catalog or a magazine. Kind of reminds me of the 1970s, the way this looks. Okay, so these are the rares. There's a fishbowl with a fish in it, and a frying pan frozen moment, and a potted plant. Here's some of the furniture items. We didn't get any of those. This countertop oven would have been nice, or that stand mixer. The scale might have been a little bit small, but maybe the countertop oven could have been like a small little stove thing. And we've got a blender. That would have been nice. Now this sofa, the lip sofa that I've seen, would definitely be way too small for Barbie. Okay, so we did get this one, the sideboard console. Mark that off. I wouldn't have minded the small cupboard. I think maybe that would have worked on Barbie's desk. Let's see. We also got the makeup stool here. And we did not get the vanity that goes with it, but again, that would have been really small for Barbie. Okay, here's our KitchenAid appliances. So we did get the food processor. That espresso machine would have been nice, or the coffee grinder. Oh, and the sandwich maker, that would have been nice, and a microwave. We did get the air fryer. And let's see, we got this frying, no, we got the saucepan with lid and casserole with lid. The frying pan would have been nice as well. And we did get the iron. I would have really liked to get that power drill or the jigsaw. Those would have been nice, especially those, just the boxes were really neat. We did get the lava lamp, but we did not get the garbage bin or candles or fan. We didn't get this dining table. Again, would have been really small as the work chair. And we got the shell armchair twice. And here's the items from Sistema. We got the bento lunchbox and the food container. And we got this food container here and the food scale. I wouldn't have minded the chopping board. From what I saw, the rolling pin was really small, as the egg carton. The grater looked really nice, but it also was rather small looking. And we got the basket and the desk lamp. We didn't get the chair or the art. The shelf could have been nice on Barbie's desk. The ironing board that I saw was definitely too small, as is the little stool there. And night table. We did get the cupcake pan and the air diffuser. Okay, so there were actually 4 magazines that we could have gotten. We did get the Better Homes and Gardens and the Real Simple. And there was also Traditional Home and Southern Living, but like I said, those were kind of lame as far as minis go. Just a piece of plastic with a sticker on it. So I'm not too disappointed that we didn't get the other 2 on here. So what I was most hoping for were the different appliances and some of the kitchen items would have been really nice to get. Like I said, that's why I was kind of hesitant about picking up any of the capsules from the set, just because so many of them are such a small scale for Barbie. I mean, with a lot of the Zuru MiniBrands food and even the fashion items, a lot of those were scaling a bit on the large side for Barbie, but in this collection they tended to scale rather small in comparison. So, but I'm happy with at least some of the items from this collection. I think they'll work well in the Barbie house. They might be a little bit on the small side, but you know, for kitchen items you need all different sizes for cooking and for your leftovers. And we'll use the scale either in the Barbie kitchen or maybe in Barbie's office and craft room. But let us know in the comments below if you collected any of the minis from this particular series, and which one were your favorites from what we picked out here, and also any that you might have gotten in your Zuru MiniBrands collection. Let us know in the comments below. Well, thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really does help our channel to grow, and we plan to have some fun giveaways once we hit some subscriber milestones. And if you would like a chance of getting a shout out in a future video, just comment below with the hashtag #InfluencerBarbie. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in our next episode here in our Barbieverse. Bye-bye!